Hi dear students, good morning. So in the last class we discussed about our lesson number 3, states of matter, and in that chapter we discussed about states of matter and the properties. So what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. And the three main states of matter are solids, liquids and gases. And solids have definite shape and definite volume. But in liquids, they have definite volume but do not have definite shape. In gases have no fixed shape and no fixed volume. Then we discussed about evaporation, condensation. So what do you mean by evaporation? When the liquid state changes into vapor, then it is called evaporation. And condensation means gases changes to liquid, it is called condensation. Then we also discussed about physical change and chemical change and about solution, solute and solvent. Then the exercise portions. Okay. So in this class, today we are going to study about or start our next lesson. That is lesson 4, work, force and energy. Lesson 4, work, force and energy. So in this class, we are going to study about force, different types of force in nature, and work and energy and different kinds of energy. Okay. And in our day-to-day life, we do many things by applying force. For example, if we want to change the shape of an object, we use force. By applying force, we can change the shape of an object and we can stop a moving object to apply force. And also, we can move an object from rest by applying force. In this way, we use forces in our day-to-day life. So the first topic in our lesson 4 is force. What do you mean by force? So what is force? Force means a push or pull on an object is called force. When we pull or push an object to move or stop or change the direction or shape of an object, then we can say that we apply force on that object. To do a work, we apply force on an object to do the work. Okay, and the first topic is force. F O R C E, force. So what do you mean by force? The push or a pull on an object is called a force. The push or pull applied on a body make it move from one point to another and is called force. Simply, a push or pull is called force. A push or pull on an object is called a force. A push or pull on an object is called force. Okay. A push, P-U-S-H, push, or pull, P-U-L-L, pull on an object. O-B-J-E-C-T, object. A push or pull on an object is called a force. And force helps us to do many things, and the force helps us to many important day-to-day functions, like force helps us to change the direction of the object and it helps us to change the shape of an object like that. Okay, so if you take a paper, then you can change the shape of the paper by applying force. If we want to stop a moving board, then we apply force on the board, then it stops. Because we apply force on the board, then it stops. Okay, so we can stop moving objects by applying force. So force helps us to change the shape of a body. Force helps us to change the shape of a body. Change help us to change the shape of a body or shape of an object. Okay, shape of a body or shape of an object. And it help us to change the direction. Okay, if we apply force on a moving object, then the direction is changed. Okay, so the change the direction of the body. Change the direction. D-I-R-E-C-T-I-O-N, direction. And we can move, or to move a body at rest, we apply force. To move a body at rest or to stop a moving object. Okay, to move a body. To move a body. And we can stop a body to apply motion. To stop a body or to stop an object, we apply force. So the force help us to change the shape of a body, change in direction, and to move a body, and to change the to stop the body. Okay, and force means a push or pull on an object is called force. A push or pull on an object is called force. So if you take your textbook and take the page number 153, and here's the lesson 4, work, force and energy. So force, look at your textbook. Non-living things cannot move their own. Some push or pull has to be applied to make them move. And the non-living things like table, chair, like that, they cannot move on their own. So we apply force on that object, then it moves. So to change the shape and change the direction, or to move a non-living thing, we apply force. This push or pull applied on a body to make it move from one point to another is called force. So we push or pull on an object to move it from one point to another, and is said to be force. Force helps us to do many important day-to-day functions. To change the shape of a body, a force needs to be applied. To move a body at rest or to stop a body in motion, a force needs to be applied. The batsman uses force to change the direction of the ball. So, we use force to do many important things in our day-to-day life. The force helps us to change the shape, change in direction, and to move a body and to stop a moving body. Okay. So, these are the importance of force. And here in your textbook, here is some pictures. It shows the importance of force. And the first one, force change the shape of an object. If you take a bottle, plastic bottle, then you press it, and if you apply any force, then the shape of the bottle will changes. Okay. And if you push the table, then it moves some distances, which means we do a work by applying forces. Okay. So to move a table, we push it, and which means we apply force. Then force us to stop a moving ball. If a moving ball, we want to stop the moving ball when we apply force on it. Then force change the direction of an object. Okay, and if we apply force on a moving object, then we can change the direction of the object. Okay, so these are the importance of force in our daily life. And here is a question, try and answer. Write down 3 activities that you do in your daily life using force. So write any 3 activities that we do to the help of by using force. That's your homework. Okay. So force means a push or pull on an object is called a force, and the force change the shape of a body, change the direction to move a body, and the force can stop a moving body. Okay. And the next one is kinds of force. There are different kinds of force, and the important types of force are muscular force, gravitational force, frictional force, electrostatic force, etc. So let's see which are the important types of forces in our nature. So the different kinds of force are gravitational force, Gravitational, gravitational force, gravitational force. And the second one, frictional force, frictional force, frictional force. And next one is muscular force, muscular force, muscular force. And the fourth one, electrostatic force, electrostatic force, electrostatic force. And the fifth one, mechanical force, mechanical force, mechanical force. And the sixth one, magnetic force, magnetic force, magnetic force. And the next one, elastic force, elastic force, and these are some important kinds of force. They are gravitational force, frictional force, muscular force, electrostatic force, mechanical force, magnetic force, and elastic force. So you write the spelling of these words in your class book in 10 times and send to my WhatsApp. I study the spellings very well, okay? And that's your homework. Then we are moving to study about different kinds of forces. So which are the different kinds of forces? Gravitational force, frictional force, muscular force, electrostatic force, mechanical force, magnetic force, and elastic force. Okay. And the first one is gravitational force. The first kind of force, that is gravitational force. So say the spelling of the word gravitational force. Gravitational force, F-O-R-C-E, gravitational force. So what do you mean by gravitational other, and the earth attracts all objects in the universe towards its center, and the attractive force is called gravitational force of gravity. So gravity is the force that pulls objects towards the center of the earth, and is called gravity or gravitational force. It is the weakest force in the nature. Okay, and the scientist Isaac Newton, who first to realize the earth exerts a force that pulls everything towards it. And Isaac Newton saw an apple falling from a tree. Then he realized that the earth attracts all the objects towards the center. Okay, and then he say that it's gravitational force of gravity. Okay, so what do you mean by gravity? Gravity is the force that pulls object towards the earth, towards the center of the earth, and is called gravity. And gravitational force is referred to as gravity. The gravity is the force that pulls object towards the earth. Center of the earth is called gravity. All the objects or the earth attracts all the objects towards its center, and the attractive force is called gravitational force. And this is called gravitational force. So take your textbook, take the page number 154. Kinds of force. Forces are of various kinds such as muscular, gravitational, electrostatic, frictional, and many more. Let us learn about some kinds of forces. The first one, gravitational force. This is the most common force that all of us experience. Any object which when released from any height reaches the earth's surface. This is due to the gravity of the earth. And gravity is the force that pulls object towards the center of the earth. So what do you mean by gravity? G R A V I T Y. Gravity. Gravity means the force that pulls objects towards the center of the earth. The force that pulls objects towards the center of the earth, towards the center of the earth. Center of the earth, and is called gravity, and gravity is referred to as gravitational force. So gravity is the force that pulls object towards the center of the earth. Always remember, only the earth's gravitational force is referred to as gravity. Earth's gravitational force is referred to as gravity. Then here you can see that the apples from a apple tree falls down due to gravitational force, because the earth attracts the apple from the tree towards the center of the earth, then it falls down. Okay, due to gravitational force. Isaac Newton saw an apple falling from a tree. He was the first to realize that the earth exerts a force that pulls everything towards it. He called it gravity or gravitational force. Gravity absorbs everything all the time. It prevents you from floating in the air. It also prevents your book from floating away from you. Okay. So the gravitational force which prevents the things that floating on the air, floating in the air. The absence of gravitational force, all the objects floating in the air. So in the earth, the objects not floating in the air due to gravitational force, because the earth attracts all the objects towards its center, so we cannot float in the air due to gravitational force. Okay, so it is called gravitational force. So gravitational force means the force that pulls objects towards the center of the earth, and is called gravitational force, and the things fall down due to at any height due to gravitational force. And the scientist Isaac Newton who first realized the gravitational force of Earth. Then the second type of force, that is frictional force. Okay. So the first one gravitational force and the second one is frictional force. So friction, F-R-I-C-T-I-O-N, friction. So what do you mean by friction? Frictional force resists the movement between two surfaces, and the force that resists the motion between two surfaces are called frictional force. For example, when you roll a ball on the ground, it comes to stop after moving a short distance due to frictional force, because the surface resists the movement of the ball, and the force that resists the motion, and it is called frictional force. Okay, so what do you mean by friction? A force that resists movement between two surfaces. A force that resists movement between two surfaces are called friction. A force that resists that resists that resists movement of two surfaces, movement between two surfaces, movement M-O-V-E-M-E-N-T, movement between B-E-T-W-E-E-N, between two surfaces, S-U-R-F-A-C-E-S, two surfaces is called a friction. Okay, and when we apply brakes of our cycle, the cycle stops due to frictional force. And the things stops due to the frictional force. Okay, and friction is a force which is created between two objects comes in physical contact with each other. So take the textbook. Frictional force. When you roll a ball on the ground, it comes to a stop after a short distance. When you apply the brakes of your cycle, the cycle stops. These things happen due to the force of friction. We can walk on the ground only because of the force of friction. People slip while walking on ice because ice is smooth and there is very little friction on it. Which means friction is more on a rough surface than a smooth surface. Friction is lesser in smooth surfaces. Okay, so because we can slip, or the people slip while walking on ice because ice is smooth. And friction is a force which is created when two objects comes in physical contact with each other. Friction is more on a rough surfaces than a smooth surfaces. Friction can be increased by making grooves and ridges on a surface. It can be reduced by oiling the surfaces, etc. So friction means a force that resists movement between two surfaces is called force of friction. Then other types of force. Other types of force are muscular force, mechanical force, magnetic force and elastic force. So muscular force means we apply through our muscles. We can do any work by applying force with our muscles are called muscular force. Okay, and we use a lot of muscular force in doing our day-to-day activities, like the animals do muscular force by carrying loads, and we push any objects by using our muscles, and we write, draw and eat with our muscles. Okay, and it's called muscular forces. Then mechanical force. Mechanical force means we do some work by use some machines, and it is called mechanical work. So the working of different machines, and we are the mechanical force enables the working of different machines and tools. Then magnetic force means the objects and the magnet attracts objects made of iron and other materials, and it is called the magnetic force. Then elastic force means used to move objects in catapults and slingshots are called the elastic force. So these are the other types of forces. Okay. So you just take your textbook 155 page number, other types of forces. The force that we apply through our muscles to do work is called a muscular force. We use a lot of muscular force in doing our day-to-day activities. Animals use muscular force while carrying loads, pulling tongas, etc. Mechanical force enables the working of different machines and tools. A clock uses mechanical force. And magnetic force is a force by which a magnet attracts objects made of iron and other materials. Then elastic force is used to move objects like catapults and slingshot. Okay, slingshots, etc. So these are the different types of force. So force means a push or pull on an object is called a force, and there are different kinds of force: gravitational force, frictional force, mechanical force, muscular force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, and elastic force. Then, which is the weakest force in the nature? Gravitational force. It is common in all the objects found in nature. Okay. And gravitational force means the earth attracts all objects from the universe towards its center, and it is called the gravitational force. And frictional force means the force which resists the movement of any two surfaces is called the frictional force. And the force that we apply to our muscles to do work is called the muscular force, and force by which a magnet attracts the objects made of iron and other materials are called the magnetic force. And mechanical force means we do some work by using some machines are called a mechanical force. Then work. Work means work is referred to mental or physical. So we do mental work and physical work. If we read or write or if we study, we use some mental work, and we do some other things like if we push or pull some objects, or if we move a table for some distances, then we do physical work. So we can do if a work done when we apply force on an object, then the object moves some distance, then the work is done. Then if we apply a force on an object, there is no change in the position of the object, then we can say that there is no work is done. If we pull a wall, then the position of the wall does not change, then we can say that there is no work is done. If we pull a table, then the position of the table will changes, it moves from some distances, then we can say that there is a work done. Okay, and the next one is work. In common language, we refer to work as a mental or physical activity. For example, when you study a book, you are doing some mental work. When you play in the open playground or walking alongside the road, you are doing physical work. But in science, work has different meaning altogether. Work is said to be done when a force is applied on a body to move it from one place to another. If you push a wand and it does not move, no work is done. If you push a chair and it moves, work is said to be done. So we can say work done is equal to force into distance. If we apply force, then the objects move some distances, so the position will changes, then we can say that there is a work is done. If the position of the object does not change, then we can say that there is no work is done. Okay, so the work is two types: mental work and physical work. So in this class, we discussed about force, importance of force, different kinds of force, and work. So force means a push or pull on an object is called the force, and there are different kinds of force, and the different kinds of force are gravitational force, frictional force, mechanical force, electrostatic force, etc. Then gravitational force means the earth attracts all the objects towards its center and it is called gravitational force, and the force that resists the movement of any two surfaces is called frictional force. Okay, and these are the things that we discussed in this class, and the remaining portions, and that is energy and sources and the forms of energy, and also about meshes that we will discuss in our next class. Okay, so you just read your textbook up to the portion work, and if you have any doubts ask me, and there is your homework. In your textbook, page number 153, write down the activities that you do in your daily life using force. Okay, that's your homework. So do your homework properly and send to my WhatsApp. If you have any doubts, ask me. So read your textbook more and more times, and the text reading is very, very important. And study well. And you also write the spelling of different kinds of force 10 times in your class book and send to my WhatsApp. That's also your homework. Okay, and study the spelling very well. So now, today let's wind up our class and we will meet with another class on next day. Okay students, study well. Have a nice day. Thank you.